What's up guys, I'm Nico of Cam Crunch, and in today's video I'm going to talk about my best entry-level DSLR kit. Now I wanted to make this video because I'm often asked, what should I get? What camera should I get? What lens should I get? You know, what equipment should I get? What should my kit comprise of? And I'm a beginner, I have so-and-so budget, what should I get? And for a long time, it's been hard for me to answer this question because, you know, when you're a beginner, it's easy because you're doing a lot of research. You're just looking at a lot of cameras, a lot of lenses. But as I progressed through my, my journey, as I got more and more advanced and as I settled into my camera kit that I use now, I stopped looking at cameras so much, at least the entry-level market so much. And so I sort of lost touch with that. But recently, I sort of looked back and I asked myself, what would I do if I started all over again? What would I get if I had a not so big budget, but not a small budget, and I was looking at entry-level cameras, entry-level lenses? What would I get that would satisfy my needs and help me get the photographs that I want? So in today's video, I want to talk about what my best entry-level DSLR is, what my best lenses are that I would get with that. And so if you shoot anything like me, then you might want to consider these lenses as well. Now, first off, I want to say that, the beginner kit for me isn't the beginner kit for everyone, especially when it comes down to the lenses, because everyone shoots a little bit differently, everyone has a different style, everyone has different needs, and, there are many factors that play into what that perfect camera is. Sometimes size is more important than anything else. Sometimes features are more important than anything else. Sometimes photo, is more important than video. Sometimes it's the other way around. So with all that being said, let's just get straight to my picks. Now the camera that I would call the best entry-level DSLR, actually, it's one of the, for me, the biggest releases this year, is the Canon EOS 200D or the Canon EOS Rebel SL2. I think it has another name in the Japan market, but it's an entry-level DSLR. It's a tiny DSLR, and it was released this year together with the Canon 6D, I believe, around the same time. And it packs a lot of features, and this is the camera that I would get if I was starting over. It has 24 megapixels, which is more than enough. Once you have 24 megapixels, it's really hard to want anything more because most people won't take advantage of the extra resolution. And in fact, they're going to struggle with the extra space that it requires to handle those files, the extra processing power. So I think 24 megapixels is a good number. In addition to that, what I love is that it has dual pixel autofocus. So dual pixel autofocus is Canon's technology for a sort of smooth autofocus when you're using live view. Now this is great for videos because it allows you to do really smooth autofocus in video, but it also works with photos as well. It allows you to use the touch screen, which this camera has, to take photos. You can touch, you can tap to capture, tap to focus, and it also has an articulating LCD screen. So you can flip it out, you can make it a selfie LCD screen, and this is good for these kinds of videos where I'm talking to the camera and making these videos. If you're a vlogger, it's also good for that. If you like taking selfies, it's also good for that. So this camera packs a lot of features for an entry-level camera. Some of the other features that it has that makes it amazing for the price is it has a mic jack, so you can always add an external mic for better audio if you're taking videos just like this. It has 60 frames per second at 1080p, which is amazing for a camera at the price point because my 6D, first generation, doesn't even have that, and it costs a lot more even now that it's replaced by the Mark II. It has Wi-Fi connectivity, which I love for transferring photos. I don't think I'm ever going to get another camera without Wi-Fi or without Bluetooth or NFC or something that allows it to communicate with my phone very easily because it's truly a lifesaver. And yeah, it's just an amazing camera. I might be forgetting some of the features, but I'm going to have a link down below to an article that I wrote when the camera actually just first came out about why I think it is the best entry-level DSLR right now. Now, in addition to that, I would get a couple of lenses. So if I was strictly on a tight budget, I would just get the camera with the kit lens, the 18-55. I think that's always an amazing option. The 18-55 gives you a big range to work with. 18 is sort of a 28 to 30 millimeter, something like that. in terms of 35mm focal length. And the 55 gives you a nice telephoto range, so you get a very big range. So if you're on a budget, stick with the 18 to 55mm lens. But I myself would just skip the 18 to 55 because I know what I shoot. I'd go with the 10 to 18mm wide angle zoom. I'd have that on the camera most of the time. And then in addition to that, I would get a 50mm f1.8 STM lens. And that would be my 2-lens kit for this camera. And with those 2 lenses, I will be able to shoot most, if not all, things that I really love doing. I love doing travel. I love doing people. I love doing, candid stuff. I just love doing stuff around the city. And yeah, I think those 2 lenses together with a camera would make it amazing. So it would make it amazing for photos. It would satisfy my need to do these videos. I could do other videos with the camera as well, although if I did, I would probably add the 18 to 135 to the kit. But for just the photos and for these types of videos, I could do with a 10 to 18 and the 50mm f1.8. So those 3 things, the camera and the 2 lenses, would be my perfect entry-level DSLR kit. And I think it would actually fit a lot of you guys. So if you guys are considering buying a new camera or your first camera, definitely look at the Canon Rebel 200D or the Canon Rebel SL2, depending on where you are. The name is going to be a little bit different. So that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend that might benefit from this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next video.